Very good morning, everybody. See, from our childhood, we have learned many stories. We have heard many stories from our grandparents, parents, and see, we have also come to know about many brave fighters. Not only fighters, the kings and the emperors, those who were also the great fighters. For example, Asoka the Great, Prithviraj Chauhan, Akbar, they are the great emperors as well as great fighters. So today we are going to read about one more great king and fighter as well. So let us see who is this famous or great king. Let's have a look to your lesson now.
Name of this lesson is Puru the Brave. The brave. Brave means the people who are not afraid of anyone, those who are not scared of anybody. The people, those who fight with great courage. We call them brave. So, here, as you can see, one name, the name is written here Puru. Puru the Brave. This person, Puru, is one of the characters of this lesson. He is considered as the brave person. It means he is not afraid of anyone. He is the brave fighter. Now, first we will see the characters of this lesson. So, the first character is Alexander. Alexander, the king of Macedonia, who conquered Greek, Persia, etc. Here you see Alexander was the king of Macedonia and he conquered Greece, Persia. Conquered means here to win. He won these countries. He won Greece and Persia and many more after this. So, what did he do actually? He defeated the kings of these countries, of these places, and he won these countries. This person is Alexander. He is also very brave king and one of the very famous soldiers and king as well. So this was the first character. The second character is Puru. The name of the lesson, Puru. He is a king. He was a king of northern India. Now, this man, Puru, was also a king like Alexander, but they both were very good fighters too. Alexander was the king of Macedonia, whereas Puru was the king of northern India. So, these are the two characters of this lesson. Now, what are the next? Here you can see it is written 4 Greek generals and 6 soldiers. Now, what is the meaning of generals? Generals are the officers, we can say, in the army or in the military force, officer of higher rank, senior officers. So, here Greek generals are the officers of higher post. Along with them, there were 6 soldiers. So, these are the characters of this lesson: Alexander, Puru, 4 Greek generals, and these 6 soldiers. Now, here we go with the lesson. The camp of Alexander on the banks of the Jhelum. Jhelum is the name of a river. So, the camp of Alexander on the banks of the Jhelum river. Alexander is sitting on a high chair and his 4 generals are sitting on low chairs. 2 Greek soldiers are standing at the door. Alexander is having a talk with his generals. So, what can we see here? Basically, a meeting is going on. On the banks of the river Jhelum, they had a camp. I mean, the group of Alexander, they were having a camp on the bank of the river Jhelum. There, Alexander, as he was the king, he was sitting on a chair, high chair, and his generals were sitting lower. I mean, the chairs were lower than Alexander. Of course, the kings will always be sitting high. So, his generals were sitting on low chairs and there were two Greek soldiers, they were standing at the door. Some discussion was going on there. They were having a meeting, they were having a talk. Now, this lesson is fully based on conversation, some dialogues. So, let us start these reading these dialogues. What Alexander says. Alexander, the battle of Jhelum will go down in the history of our country. So, there was a battle of Jhelum. Battle means a fight. Whenever, actually, you already know about wars and battles, but there is a difference. In a war, there are many countries or more than two people are engaged, but battle is always between two. So, here the battle of Jhelum will go down in the history of our country. Alexander is saying that this battle, it means this fight, will be recorded in the history of our country. It is such a big fight that it will be recorded. Then the first general says, it will go down in the history of India too. So, as Alexander was a king of Macedonia, he was talking about that. Then the first general said that, but not only in our country Macedonia, but it will also be recorded in the history of India. Then the second general says, it will go down in the history of the world, not only in India or Macedonia, but it will be recorded in the world's history. This was said by the second general. Then the third general says that, I have never fought such a battle before. It means we have fought so many battles, but this was different than the others. This is said by the third general. And fourth general says that, I haven't either. Until the last moment, I couldn't believe that we would be able to defeat the army of Puru. It means that fourth general says that even I have also not seen such a battle before. Until the last moment, I had doubt. I couldn't believe that we would be able to defeat the army of Puru, because they were also very strong. But finally, Alexander won. He defeated Puru, but it was almost like impossible to them. Now, Alexander says that, yes, it has been a great battle, perhaps the greatest of my life. I must say, every Indian soldier fought like a tiger. Here you see, fought like a tiger. Here, the Indian soldiers are considered as tigers. It means there is a comparison between tiger and the Indian soldiers, and the word is used here, that is like. So, this is a simile. If I ask you the figure of speech of this sentence, every Indian soldier fought like a tiger, this is, what is the figure of speech in this? This will be simile, because there is a comparison between Indian soldiers and tiger by using the word like. So, when we use as or like, that is simile. Okay. Now, so Alexander is saying that this is the greatest of my life, the greatest war, the greatest battle, and he feels very proud of the Indian soldiers because they are not afraid of anyone. They were fighting like tigers. So he is very impressed. Alexander is very impressed with the Indian soldiers and the way they fought and the bravery they have. He was impressed with all the Indian soldiers. Now, the first general says, they fought like devils, Your Majesty. Alexander, the Indians are good soldiers. They know how to fight. They fight better than our men. Then second general says, but their generals are not so good as ours. It means Alexander agrees that the Indian fighters, the Indian soldiers are better than any other country. but the spirit, I mean their guidance is not proper. They are better fighter than others, but they don't have good generals who can guide them, who can control, who can give the ideas, who can give the tricks for the battle. Now Alexander says, if you mean they aren't so brave as the Greek generals, I don't agree with you. Second general, but they aren't very skillful, your highness. Then Alexander objects to this. He says that, as the first general said, that they are better but they don't have that skill. Their generals are not good. General means those who are the people of higher rank, those who command the soldiers how to fight, those who give the ideas and tricks. So according to the second general says that their generals are not so good as ours. But Alexander says that no, I don't agree with you. Then the second general replies again, but they are not very skillful. Alexander says, I see what you mean, and here I agree with you. The Indian generals are still following the old methods of warfare. Their battle plans are faulty and they depend too much upon their elephants, but as fighters, they are wonderful. I have the highest respect for them. It means, what is the reason that they got defeated? Because the skill they use, they have all the old techniques, that they are dependent on their elephants. They don't have the latest technology, I should say, according to this modern time. So they had only the old methods of warfare. Warfare means the act of fighting a war. So they follow the old techniques, and here you can see there is a word written, warfare. As I said, that the meaning of this word is the act of fighting a war. And 2-3 times I repeated a word, your highness. It is a title of respect. When we talk to someone who is higher in rank, or in order to show respect to someone who is in some particular post, or we should respect, so this is a title given for that. While talking, if we use your highness, it means we are showing a respect toward that royal person or the royal family. Okay. Now the third general says, I was amazed to see how Puru fought in the battle of Jhelum. It means they all were impressed with the Indian soldiers, and the Puru, their king, he was excellent. So they were all amazed, means surprised to see the way Puru was fighting. Coming to the next page, fourth general, he continued to fight even when others had left the field. I think he killed at least 100 of our men with his sword. So, fourth general, what did he say? He said that Puru, he continued to fight even when others had left the field. So, he was such a brave person, and he has killed almost, more than 100 of their people, of their soldiers. So, it was something which impressed the Alexander and his soldiers as well as generals. Puru was such a great fighter. The second general says that, and injured many more. It means he killed 100 and there were many more who were injured by the sword of Puru. First general says again, he was badly injured himself. Second general, that's why we were able to capture him, as he was badly injured and many of his soldiers were almost died. So Alexander was able to capture Puru. Now Alexander says that, oh, he is a brave man and a great soldier. I wish he were one of my generals. So Alexander has become fan of Puru. As you can see, Alexander is so impressed and very happy with the fighting, with the way of fighting. The Puru has impressed Alexander, and he wishes that if Puru would have been in his team, means working as a general. Second general says, "He is a proud man, your majesty." He is a proud man. Why is he proud? Because he did not put his head down. He continued fighting till the last moment. I mean, till the time he was injured, and that he was the last person who kept on fighting. Now, Alexander says, "A soldier is not a soldier if he is not proud. I am not angry with him at all. He was not frightened by the news of my victories and refused to bow before me." Already, see, Alexander was very famous king. He has defeated many of the kings and he won many countries. But Alexander is saying that Puru, because the whole world they know about Alexander. Puru also knew about King Alexander, but he was not afraid, he was not frightened. Here the word frightened means afraid or scared. So he was not frightened, and he did not bow his head before him. It means he did not bow means he did not accept defeat. He continued fighting. He continued to fight. So Alexander is very impressed, because in some of the countries when Alexander has gone to fight, before fighting only some kings have accepted their defeat. They said that okay, we are ready to surrender ourselves. So many kings did not fight with Alexander because they wanted to save their life. They were afraid of Alexander because they know that he is a very powerful king. But Puru, he also knew, but he decided to fight with Alexander. Now the first general says, "He will be brought to your majesty soon. Let us see how he behaves." Alexander, "I am sure he will not behave like a coward." So now the meeting was going to be finished, and the first general was saying that now the time has come. We are going to bring him in front of you. We are going to bring Puru in front of you. Now let us see how he behaves. And Alexander was sure that he is not a coward. Coward means a person who is afraid. That person is called coward. Or one who is not brave is coward. So he was sure that he is not a coward. He will behave like a brave man. Now, a soldier enters and bows to Alexander. Soldier says, "Sir, Puru has been brought to the camp." Alexander, "Has he been put in chains?" Soldier, "Yes, your majesty." Alexander, "Go and remove the chains and bring him in. I don't want to see a brave man in chains." So here, as the soldier brings Puru to King Alexander, the king asked King Alexander asked the soldier that, "Have you put him in chains?" Then the soldier replies, "Yes, your majesty, we have captured him and we have put chains around him." Then the Alexander says that, "No, I don't want to see a brave man in chains. You just remove the chains and bring him inside." Then the soldiers go out. And Alexander says that they should not have put him in chains. He is a king besides being a great soldier. So here you can see the King Alexander has respect for the King Puru, or the great soldier Puru. Now here there is a scene. Puru enters with 4 Greek soldiers following him. Alexander and the generals stand up to greet him. Puru joins the palm of his hands and raises them to his forehead to return the greeting. So as you can see Puru is a great king and a soldier. When he enters, in order to show him respect, Alexander stands up. Along with Alexander, his soldiers and the generals, they also stand up. And in return to, I mean, to return this respect, what does Puru do? He joins his palms, I mean the hands, and he shows his respect towards Alexander. It's a kind of namaste we say, or namaskar. Now, Alexander says to the soldiers that you may go. He says the soldiers, you may go. Now the soldiers, they go out. Here Alexander talks to Puru now. How are you, king? Puru says, my name is Puru. Alexander, all right. Are you sorry for the mistake you made, Puru? Puru, I made no mistake, sir. Alexander, didn't you reject my proposal? Puru, I did. I refused to be your vessel. Now here you see, when Alexander starts talking to Puru, he asks how is he and all, and then the main thing what he asks, he says that are you sorry for the mistake you made? But what does Puru reply? He says that I have made no mistake. He feels that he hasn't done any mistake. Then Alexander says that didn't you reject my proposal? So here you can see Alexander has given a proposal to Puru to be his vessel. What is the meaning of vessel here? Vessel means a man promising to fight for a king in return for the right to hold land. It means it was a kind of proposal so that Puru will fight for Alexander with the other countries. So this was the proposal for Puru, that he should be like one of the soldiers or one of the person who would fight from the side of Alexander to the other countries. But Puru refused. He did not accept this proposal. Now Alexander says, do you know that many kings have gladly agreed to be my vassals? It means there were many kings who wanted to be friends with Alexander, or you can say they wanted to make a relation with Alexander. So they were very happy to be the vassals of Alexander. They gladly accepted that proposal because they felt that Alexander is such a great king. If we can be connected to Alexander, it's such a proud moment for us. There were many kings who accepted Alexander's proposal and agreed to be the vassals of Alexander. But Puru did not do the same. So that's what Alexander was thinking. Now, coming to the next line, Puru, I know that, and I also know that none of them is Puru. Such a heart-touching dialogue and such a great dialogue he has given, that I know that many kings agreed to be your vassals, but I also know that none of them is Puru. It means they are not Puru. It means I am Puru and I don't agree to be your vassal. Then the first general says softly to the second general, he is indeed a very proud man. Indeed means really or actually. So he is really a very proud man. Indeed means really. Now Alexander says, don't you realize that you are my prisoner? As Puru is saying his talk, I mean he is giving the dialogues with a proud face and without any fear. He is talking to Alexander without any fear, though he doesn't have any soldiers along with him. He is alone and he is captured by the group of Alexander. So Alexander says that, don't you realize that you are my prisoner? How should a prisoner talk? Prisoners are generally afraid, or they talk in a low voice. But this was not the thing with Puru. He was very brave and he is answering bravely without any fear. Puru said that, I do, but that doesn't make any difference to me. I am still the lawful king of my country. So Puru says that yes, I do agree. I do agree that I am your prisoner, but it doesn't make any difference to me. It means why should he feel any kind of afraid or fear to speak the truth? As he is the king of his country, a king should always be bold and powerful. He should not bend his head in front of anyone. So Puru says this, yes, I do agree that I am your prisoner, but what is there in that? I am speaking the truth and I am a lawful king of my country. It means what is correct, I am saying that. And what is there to be afraid of saying the truth? Now Alexander says, how shall I treat you? Puru says, as a king should treat another king. Now it was a good question because Alexander wanted to know that what does Puru expect. It means Alexander says, how shall I treat you? It means you are my prisoner. Generally what happens, we scold or we talk in a louder voice to our prisoners. So he asked, but Puru says that as you are a king and I am also a king, you should treat in the same way like a king should treat to another king. Now, the reply given by Alexander. Puru, you are a brave man. I am pleased with you. I want to make friends with you. Will you be a friend to me? Now, Alexander is so impressed and he is so happy by seeing this brave nature of Puru. He is willing to make friends with Puru. And now he keeps one more proposal to Puru that as you are so brave, I want to be your friend. Will you be my friend? Now Puru replies, on one condition. Now Puru keeps one condition here. What is that? Alexander asks, what is that condition? Puru replies, my kingdom should remain independent and you should treat me as your equal. It means, you see, Alexander, as he is a king, whichever country he has captured, he has become the king of that country, and though that country has a separate king, they work under Alexander. It means the command is given by Alexander to the different countries. The kings of those countries, they lose the main power. I mean, the power of a king goes to Alexander, the main king. The Alexander becomes the main king of that country. But as Puru and his country is also captured by Alexander, Puru says that my kingdom should remain independent. It should not be dependent on you. We won't accept your command in our kingdom. And you should treat me as your equal. It means as your king, you have to treat me also as a king. But you cannot treat me lower than you, or you cannot treat like this. I am not under you. We two are equal. You have to treat me as your equal. So this was the condition given by Puru. Now Alexander says, agreed. After a pause, it means after stopping for a while, he says, I am proud of your friendship, my brother. And Puru says, I will do my best to be worthy of your friendship of Alexander the Great. Here, Alexander says that I am proud of your friendship, my brother. And Puru also accepts his friendship. He agreed to be his friend and he said that I will do my best to be worthy of our friendship of Alexander the Great. It means he says that I am ready to do anything for my friend and for our friendship. I will be worthy of this friendship. So here at the end, though there was a great battle between Puru and Alexander, Puru is defeated by Alexander, but he, with his skills, with his talent, he impresses Alexander and his team. And at the end of this battle, Alexander and Puru, they become friends. So it was not any story from, like, it is not a fairy story or it is not any imagination. It's a true incident. This is a true story of Alexander and Puru. So you just need to go through this wonderful lesson, wonderful chapter. This is a story, or this is a lesson about two great kings as well as soldiers. I mean, Alexander and Puru, they both are great soldiers and great kings. So, must go through this lesson and the glossary part. I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.